Hello Libra, welcome to your April 2019 He Said, She Said reading. Thank you for joining us. My name is Michelle.
My name is Richard.
And we're doing something a little bit different this month. We're doing a true He Said, She Said reading. So I'll be reading as you, Libra, and Richard will be reading the opposite side, the person that you're thinking about. And depending on how you identify, either side could resonate, so I want you to keep that in mind. So let's get started with your oracle cards here, Libra. I've pulled a card from Alice to Wonderland, and you've pulled Such a Curious Dream. Now this card is about grounding yourself, returning to reality and coming home after some kind of dreamlike experience, fantasy. It could have been a fantastic holiday. It could have been a relationship that seemed somewhat fantastical in nature, dreamlike. The energy around this card is wanting to hold on to an experience and not return to the everyday. It's about really, when you think of Alice in Wonderland, wishing to live in Wonderland rather than coming back to the real world. So there's a sense of becoming ungrounded or disconnected and feeling drawn to fantasy, perhaps even being susceptible to illusions. So it's getting back to reality, a time to ground, to come home. And with this energy, it's an energy of letting every act be done with awareness, simplicity, gratitude, and kindness, and not being dissatisfied with the seemingly mundane nature of everyday life. And Richard has pulled from the Oracle of Mystical Moments the card of Stranded.
Stranded speaks to misdirection, misjudgment, and fear of failure. So if you look at this card, you'll see this ship is in a tree, and it's kind of a weird place for a ship to be. At times we feel the same. We find ourselves in situations we can't understand. Sometimes we feel we've made mistakes because our expectations are too high. And we set ourselves up for failure. We either beat ourselves up over our performance, or we are so intimidated that we never even begin. So the message here is that failure is an important part of success, and that it's best not to fear failure.
So let's take a look and see. We've already meditated on your energy here, Libra, so let's cut these cards. And I'll start with the status of the relationship currently, how you feel about the person that you're thinking about or dealing with, the strength of the relationship, the weakness of the relationship, what you should continue to do in the relationship, what you should stop doing, and what is the likely outcome if nothing changes.
And I'll set up the same cards here. The status of the relationship, how this person feels about you, Libra, the strength of the relationship, the weakness, what this person should continue doing, what this person should stop doing, and the outcome if nothing changes.
Okay, let's take a look and see the current state of the relationship. Okay, so when we think of failure, it seems to have seemingly failed. Let's call it failure, even though failure here may be more of a perceived failure. I get that with this is a relationship that was a very fantasy relationship. And what I mean by that, it may have been some kind of holiday romance. When I think back to those movies. What was it? I think it was Audrey Hepburn, Roman Holiday. Mm-hmm. When you have those moments where where the circumstances are so much not in reality that they create an energy of being fantastic out of the everyday. So it's that energy that I'm feeling around this relationship. Although I feel that it's ended now, as these things have to. Of course, we have to go back to reality. Fantasy is not something that we can live in the everyday. We can't live in Wonderland every day of our lives. It just doesn't work that way. So it's a coming back to reality here, but then feeling like you failed, feeling like you could have somehow kept the fantasy going, kept yourself in Wonderland. It's that kind of energy.
Right. So looking at the status of the relationship here, Eight of Cups, somebody's walked away. So I think, yes, this relationship has ended.
Let's see how you feel about this person here, Libra. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So with this one, it's a sense that you're feeling that this person has gotten something that you wanted, or perhaps something that they don't deserve. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting from this. With the Knight of Pentacles in the upright, it's someone who is very disciplined, strong-willed, and has worked for their fulfillment, worked for what they have. But it seems to me like you're seeing this person as someone who perhaps has gotten something that wasn't theirs, or something that they took the easy way to achieve. There's an energy around this of not working to achieve what you have.
Yeah, there's a bit of gold digger energy.
Little bit
with that
little
with that
bit
card, I think. And the Wheel of Fortune in reverse as how you feel. So you feel unlucky that luck wasn't with you, that you wanted this to continue, but it didn't continue, and you feel like the Wheel of Fortune turned against you.
Let's see what the strength is here. The Four of Cups in reverse. So the strength with this is, I actually feel like the energy here is that it's like coming out of feeling low. There's an energy around this one of rejoining the world. So what I get with this is the return. This is the return to the everyday and enjoying life, being grateful for what you have around you, but not until there's this period in between. It's after a period where you have felt a disconnect, a withdrawal, taking time to reflect, perhaps even a lot of time in between, to where you have felt, maybe for some of you, even mildly depressed after coming back from it. It's kind of that feeling, isn't it, when you come back from something that you've had such a great time with, and you've gone back to your job, or you've gone back to things being the same every day, and you think to yourself, is this all there is? It was that kind of energy. But here the strength is getting over that. The strength is recognizing that there are still a lot of good things to come in your life, and not staying in that energy of stranded, not feeling like, how would you describe that stranded card there, Richard? That
you failed.
Staying in the failure.
Yeah,
staying in the failure.
Yeah, or perceived failure.
Yeah.
That's right. I mean, I think what's happened here is the expectations were just set way too high.
Right. Well,
the fantasy can't continue after the holiday is over.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be a holiday. It could even be any kind of fantastical relationship that might have happened, but it takes you into a different world, and then once that's over, there can be this feeling of, how do I get that back?
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm seeing with both of those cards.
Right.
So for this person, how they were feeling, I think, was maybe the timing was wrong. That's another way of looking at this. The strength for this person, the Chariot in reverse, that means no movement. So no movement towards getting this relationship back. So this person's walked away because the timing wasn't right, and there's no movement to getting this relationship back. I get a very closed off energy with this card.
Let's have a look and see what the weakness is. And the weakness is weakness. That's what I see there with the strength card in reverse. This is a relationship that I feel was very, let's just say it was very exciting and lustful. Let's say that. And I get this energy around this relationship here of it being a little bit more, it's like a carnal kind of energy.
You know, centered on baser instincts.
Yeah, centered on baser instincts. And I get this feeling around this person that it's temptation. I get it as temptation.
Easily tempted.
Yeah, falling prey to temptation
under the right circumstance.
Was the weakness.
Yeah.
I feel that that's really all that that's saying. It's about being tempted by your baser instincts.
Okay. So the flaw for this person over here, the Hanged Man. So I think it was the flaw possibly as maybe Libra sees it, that this person sacrificed the relationship or has completely given up on the relationship. They've seen it that they're seeing it a completely different way to what you are, Libra. I think Libra is seeing this as something that could have continued. And I think this person, it's like they've woken up from the dream and Libra hasn't.
Yeah, it's like that person always thought of it as what it was, like a romance, a holiday romance, or a fling, something that was a very good time, but not that person over there seems, with the Chariot in reverse, seems to have not wanted to take it, not wanted to take it very far, which is interesting. Now, when it comes to what you should continue to do here, Libra, we've got the Two of Swords in reverse, so continue to think logically about this. Come out of the fantasy. You know, there's a temptation here to stay thinking of this as always possible to continue.
Or recreate.
Or that you can keep this Wonderland kind of energy going, but at some point that's not reality. You know, as human beings, we can't stay in that energy. It's just not reality.
Well, it's not sustainable.
It's not sustainable. So it's you thinking very logically, not sitting on the fence when it comes to making decisions, thinking back to this, wanting to go back to it, or wanting to return to that kind of... it's like being in a drug-induced kind of feeling, isn't it? That when you think of Alice the Wonderland, often that can be construed as you know, a trip, something
that's right.
That's it's like an out of body experience.
Yeah, kind of like an LSD.
Yeah, it's like that, and that's the energy that I'm feeling around this person, is not seeing things. It's like being drugged and not seeing things clearly.
Yeah, and this person over here seems to be a bit more sober about it.
They're the sober ones. This one's still in the... well, I have it as you, Libra, of course, but it can resonate the other way around. And it's you here needing to continue to think things through logically, and you can't sit on the fence with this.
No, and you can't keep thinking that you can recreate what happened in this holiday.
It's just not
possible.
It's not possible. It was a moment. It was a moment, and you can't go back. It's like if you go back to a place where you had a really good time like 10 years ago, and it's not the same.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
You know?
Yeah, so you look at the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It's a matter of timing. The wheel has turned. It's over. So looking over here at what this person should continue doing. King of Swords in reverse. So I'm thinking that this person here I think they've cut off communication, or they've been very harsh with their communication. I think it's a feeling of wanting to be very direct, but perhaps being too direct with this person over here about what's happened with this relationship. So there might be an energy of meanness here, but behind that is just, I think, an energy of, well, look, you have to wake up. This is over. This is done with. You need to move on.
Yeah, that person over there is thinking more logically about things, even though it may not be coming out I actually think that person may need to be that honest, may need to be that, well, I shouldn't say honest with this because it's not really a card of honesty, but I mean direct. Direct in saying, well, look, no, it's over, and so that they don't give the wrong impression to this person over here.
Yeah, I mean, I would have liked to have seen, for that interpretation, I would have liked to have seen that in the upright.
Yeah.
But it is in the reverse, which suggests that there might be some deception behind this as well. That maybe this person might have been involved with another party, or they might have gotten involved straight away with somebody else as soon as this ended.
So you're saying that they should continue to lie about that for some reason?
For some reason. I mean, that's what this person
should continue to do.
Yeah.
So maybe just out of not wanting to hurt this person.
That's right. Well, there. I don't know if this is what that person would want, but
yeah, but it seems to be.
This is the way that.
Yeah.
This is what they should continue doing.
Okay, interesting. Let's look and see what you should stop doing here, Libra. Stop thinking of this as something that was going to lead to settling down, having a family situation with this person, a marriage, anything like that. I mean, this is a situation which was, again, I keep getting that short moment in time, which was a very, I keep getting this image in my mind of that movie, of just holiday romance, something that was a lot of fun, there was a lot of passion involved here, but there was no reality. There was no reality in this relationship, and that's the problem. Yeah,
and I think the main message I think we're seeing here is that there is no way that this could ever be sustained.
No.
I mean, it had a use-by date, and once that date passed, it was done.
Let's take a look.
Okay. So over here, this is what this person should stop doing, and I guess it's carrying any burden. I think it's probably carrying any burden of responsibility for what happened with this relationship. To let that go and move on.
Yeah. Let's have a look and see what the likely outcome is here if nothing changes. Yeah, the Page of Cups, Libra, I still get that you want this. I still get that you're trying to communicate with this person, that you want this back. Or if it's not this person, then it could be to somebody else. But it's you wanting that new romance, that it's that exciting kind of first stage, that first blush of romance here. Something new, I get newness, wanting newness. So if nothing changes here, I feel like you're going to continue to want this newness, to want this back, to want to recreate this if you can't have this person back. But the thing is when we have these moments in life which seem quite perfect in the moment, we have to realize that even if we were to go back to that very same person years later, it would not be the same, because when you see the Wheel of Fortune down there, that time's passed and it's over and it can't be retrieved. You can't have the same feeling again because circumstances are not the same. Things have changed. You've changed. This other person's changed. So if you think of it as something that was a moment in time, but now is the moment here to ground yourself, to return to reality, to come back from the fantasy or come back from the holiday here, and not keeping yourself in wanting to relive the fantasy.
So the outcome here for this person, if nothing changes, we've got indecision. So I think this person here still is indecisive about what they want from a relationship. I think what they have realised, though, that this was a fantastical situation and that it's done, it's over with, but they're still not sure of the kind of relationship that they want to have, and this is how it's going to continue for them.
they're going to just keep kind of straddling the line there, not probably not committing to anything, you know. So that's the thing, you know. This may be a person who just likes short-term romances and nothing more than that.
Nothing more than that, yeah.
You know,
it really could be that simple, couldn't it?
Yeah, it could be that simple.
Yeah.
So we'll leave this here, Libra, and wish you all the very best with this. Part 2, we've got lots to clarify, so I hope that you join us there. We'll be pulling out clarifiers for all of these cards. We'll go further in depth and see, we'll see if we can find out what this person was thinking. And we'll also see what you can best do here to come back to ground yourself. So please join us in part 2. The link will be below in the descriptions box, and that will be on the Vimeo channel. So if this is resonating, please join us there. If we don't see you there, then we wish you all the very best with this. And if you would like a personal reading, you can email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com. And that email is also in the box below. So wishing you the best, Libra.
Thank you, Libra. Goodbye and good luck.